What is good, YouTube? It is Ryan, and we are back with another day of NBA picks for Monday. We're going to get right into this video. I'm really excited to show you guys the plays that we have for tonight. But before I get into that, our last video's recap is right here. Luka dropped 1 PRA in the fourth quarter. I mean, there's no excuses to be made. It was just a bad pick, I guess. But he was on pace at half. He had 20, 21 at half, literally right on pace. And then he dropped a quick 10 PRA in the second quarter, which gave us a lot of hope. But when you shoot 9, I think he was 9 for 22, 9 for 21. I think LeBron was 9 for 22. But when you don't hit those shots, it's hard to get in your groove. And when your team can't hit shots and only score 89, you're not going to get the assists. And when Boston makes everything, you're obviously not going to get the rebounds. It just did not go our way. So we are coming back with a banger today that is all in the people's hands that we're taking. Nothing's going to rely on the teammates. So I'm really excited about this one. But before I say that, you guys can get onto the VIP for literally $10. Now it's $20 a week. I need to change this, but you can get it for completely free when you join with the link in my description. You can get 1 free week of my VIP, and I highly recommend you take advantage of that. We've been cashing. You guys can see here. Last night was our first bad night in a while, and we still almost broke even. So we lost 4 plays by 0.5, not even exaggerating. We lost to LeBron 5.5 assists. He had 5, and then we lost LeBron 9.5 assists plus rebounds, and he had 9. And then we lost Jarris Walker points under 17.5. He had 18. He got fouled on a loose ball with 20 seconds left in the game and made both free throws. And then the other one was a 0.5. I forgot who it was off the top of my head, but I know that's how we lost the other one. So we have been cashing, though. Phantom's been cashing for us. He's got a bunch of bangers in here. You guys can see here a bunch of bangers for today. Can't show you that, but make sure you guys get in that Discord. That link is in my bio. We have a bunch of people who are cashing, sharing their plays for free as well, so you can get in there and lock in. Now let's get right into the video. We have Kevin Durant over 23.5 points. Yes, it's against the Jazz. Yes, they have a very weak defense, but they're actually trending upwards, which I like to keep this matchup inside of the spread. 13.5 is a lot regardless of who is playing. The injury report literally says pretty much Markkanen should be playing and Keontae George should be playing. So that should be pretty solid, to be honest. You look here. On the season, they're almost dead last in points allowed to small forwards, giving up almost 36 or 37 a game. But I expect this game to be closer than a lot of you think. The Rockets are coming off a bad win or a bad loss to the Knicks. This one is at home. I think they're going to come back home. They're really going to prove that that was a bad loss. They're going to find a way keep this game somewhat close, but I think Kevin Durant's going to hit this. You can see he's hit this in 67% of his last 30 games, averaging 26 points per game on the season. You can see that he's averaging just over 25, almost 26 points per game. And then head-to-head, we look at this on the games where he's on the Rockets. He's hit this in 2 out of his last 3, averaging 25 points, which is over this line. I really do like this. If we look, you can see, guys, on the season, 2026, he's playing about 37 minutes per game. There's not many games that are blowouts where he's not playing full minutes except for here. 25 minutes versus the Nets, obviously a blowout. 28 minutes versus the Pelicans, not a blowout. 23 minutes versus the Jazz, not a blowout. 13-point game. So it's going to be just like this. But I really do think he'll play close to normal minutes regardless of blowout or not. So that is what we're taking for our first play. You can see here they're giving up the 3. Kevin Durant, obviously we know he's a shooter. That mid-range and the far paint shots are what Kevin Durant does very well on. We can look down here. Free throws, Kevin Durant can get to the line. Spot ups, decent. ISOs, they're middle of the league on guarding the ISOs. Pick and roll and handoffs, they are pretty solid. So that might not be a problem for us because Kevin Durant doesn't really play off the pick and roll or the handoffs. So off the screen, can shoot it. And yeah, so I really think this is pretty solid for us. There's not much that goes against our play here. And you can see the players going over. G.G. Jackson, 20 out of 14. Wells barely missed by a bucket. Nick Clifford got crushed. Jaime Jaquez got crushed. Bain had 22. Furphy had 14. Jarris Walker had 24. RJ Barrett had 21. And the guys that are missing are usually pretty close here. So I really do like this. This is our first play. Next, before I say that play, you guys need to make sure you're getting on Chalkboard. You get a $100 welcome bonus with code FFMI. A lot of you guys are missing the free plays that I'm hitting because you guys can't get the same lines as me. So I totally recommend you get on Chalkboard. If you get on Chalkboard, you'll be able to get a month of my VIP plays for free, and you'll be able to take advantage of that welcome bonus. That is definitely going to help you out. Right now, we're opening our daily drop on Chalkboard. We got a Reed Shepherd boost. We'll find something to use that on for Reed Shepherd later. Chalkboard's just fun like that. They make the games fun to absolutely lock in. And then, lastly, we had Cade Cunningham over 23.5 points. So, obviously, this one is an outline, but they are a pretty close game. This will be a close game. You can see Cade in his last 30, 57%, but obviously, excuse me, sorry. Averaging about 24 points per game. That is right over our line. You can see here over our last 10, he's turned to score a lot more. And some of these games, 22 minutes. When the Pistons blew out the Knicks, barely played. This one, 130 to 77, a blowout. And this one, 126 to 110. Not much of a blowout, so that's probably the only one where he really, truly missed it. You can see here, points per game. They're giving about 25 points per game on average to the point guards, but obviously over the last 7, they made it a lot harder for the point guards. They're trending upwards to first. So that is the only thing that kind of points me against this, but I am still taking this play purely because of the off screens and the ball handlers and the pick and roll. The handoffs, free. PNR, ball handler, free. All what Cade really does. Not a lot of post-ups, obviously. Not a lot of stuff in the paint versus Wemby. But the ISO, not too great. But a lot of the pick and roll and the handoffs are what Cade excels in. So I expect to see a lot of those tonight. Obviously, that mid-range, those mid-range fades, step backs from Cade are going to be free. They're pretty much last in the league in giving those up as well. So I really do like this play. You can see about 32 minutes over his last 10 games. Over his last 30 games, he's playing about 34 minutes. On the season, he's hit this in 50%. This isn't on the season. On the season, he's hit this in 60%, averaging 25, playing about 34 minutes per game. So if he plays right around his normal minute mark, I really do think this is going to be a great play for us to get our cash back on. So you can look at this, 3 out of the 10 hit over, but are these guys really scoring point guards? Not really. Russ, no. Gillespie, not really. Pat Spencer, most definitely not. Kobe Buffkin, no. Amen Thompson had 25. He's not even a scorer. So LaMelo, 16 out of 17, missed by 1. Jalen Suggs, not really a scorer. Brandon Williams and Luke Kennard, not really scorers. There's not really a point guard of Cade's caliber that is on this list. Or there's not a point guard of Cade's caliber that's on this list, so that doesn't really help us too much. And you can see here, nothing is going to affect this game, except for maybe Isaiah Stewart, which we all know, but there's a reason why the matchup is still this close. So that is the 2 plays I really do like for today. Make sure you guys are locking these in. I put $2,500 on it. We're going to get our get back. I have no questions about it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.